a few things I can think of why CBS would do the most idiotic thing. They've done some stupid things in handling Star Trek, but this one, they just won the prize here because I'll match you. I'm doing this live because my production ability is pretty limited here. We got to get another computer up and running so I can downloads and stuff and stuff. But oh god, to any objective observer, and there have been a few people that made notes here, like that Entertainment Weekly review of Clarice, where they described Kurtzman as an IP hack. And yes, that's pretty much a direct quote. But CBS must be relying solely on Kurtzman for info, and he talks a very good game. I listen to he talks a damn good game. He almost had me convinced until you look back and you realize his words do not come close to even matching his actions. Oh, we can tell all kinds of stories. Yeah, all you do is recycle past tropes of Star Trek and other franchises you steal from. And he gets a 5-year extension on the 6 years. The only show that halfway works is Lower Decks. And that's because he has creatively nothing to do with it. Anything he actually has his fingers in is crap. There's no other way to put it. He man's a hack. He can barely write. I wouldn't trust him to write a damn grocery list. And they give him honor. Oh, God. The thumbnail I put back on here is when I got about 4 years ago. CBS is a death wish. Or there's a totally, completely incompetent. Apparently someone in the Midnight's Edge with Cameron Prasher was in there saying that, Hollywood can't be this stupid. And he comes in, yes, it can. Here's proof right here, folks. They're handing over the keys to the man who has already crashed the franchise on the rocks 3 or 4 times and wants to take it down a valley in a ball of flames. And yeah, I think it is probably in his contract that he gets to do a Section 31 show. So he can thoroughly and completely rape that concept beyond all recognition. No, this is, I'm not going to say Star Trek is dead. Star Trek is in stasis on the other side of that. Look at that. Well, let me pull it up here. I can do that much. Well, no, I can't. Never mind. That diagram I did a long time ago, and Midnight's Edge kind of appropriated because it was better than what they had. Picture the original timeline from Enterprise and the past history all the way through to Nemesis and the movies. That is up top. In the middle, you got the big pink galactic barrier. Down below is where you got Bad Robot and Secret Hideout and all that crap. It is not the same timeline. And yes, Picard is in there too, because Picard's got a direct link back to Discovery with a little picture of the Disco Prize in their version of Starfleet headquarters. It is not our Picard. It never was our Picard. It's Patrick Stewart's idea of Picard, but it's totally fucked in the head. Oh yeah, it's he's been thanks Matt G for the 9 ounces super sticker. I would hope Shatner stays away from this thing unless they give him lots of guarantees on a little bit of story control. And he can bring in people like Judy and Gar Reeve Stevens and other people who actually know what the hell they're doing. That is one thing something that Tom brought up over on Doomcock's chat, which unfortunately I was not able to get in on. I think it was because I was late. And there's kind of missed the boat on that. It may be in his contract that he brings in someone who knows what the hell they're doing. And he stays back. He can he can take all the credit he wants, but don't do a damn thing creatively with this show anymore. You were an idiot, Kurtzman. It's like when JJ said, I was never a Star Trek fan. Then why the hell are you directing the movie? Same to you, Kurtzman. You were never a Star Trek fan. You kind of you saw it on Friends' house. You never watched it yourself. Then what the hell are you doing directing a goddamn franchise? I've had it with this idiot. Yeah, I'll still, take a look at it. Keep tabs on the train wreck and other issues. But for the most part, I'm not even going to keep the videos long enough to remake them. We'll watch it and then delete it. I think Shatner's going to outlive us all, Daniel. Partly because he's got a little medical condition, he's got like 5 times the normal level of dopamine in his system. It might not be 5 times now, but imagine what it was back in '67. That's why he was driving everyone nuts. He was the Energizer Bunny. No, I think Shatner, because Shatner knows he knows a good story. He's told a few stories. Ever since he was a camp counselor back in Canada as a teenager, he knows what it takes to be a good story. And if you dig up some old interviews when he's doing while Star Trek was on the air, he knows what the story's supposed to be about. He knows what makes a good science fiction story. And this ain't it, okay? But this is just, Either this is a deliberate attempt to totally destroy, distort Star Trek and replace the fan base with a bunch of slobber up all this crap, or they're completely incompetent and idiots. Okay? Or both. Probably both at this point. And the thing is, Roddenberry kind of predicted this sort of thing. Go back to, I'm going to have to repost this one. We'll drag it up from the things here. Oh, yeah, Shatner's seen too much. Okay. He's seen too much crap. Because I think it's about the Star Trek fandom. I'll go and drag it back up, out of the cellar and repost it. But he talks about how if Star Trek, with all its fallible episodes, about a spaceship with a zap guns, the hobgun with the pointy ears, if it can reach out and touch the hearts and minds of millions of people and become almost a religion in some cases, then maybe a more carefully calculated one can be drawn up, using the same sort of formula, and push an agenda, a message, but he said, and Roddenberry said, this is back in mid-70s. I was at one of these lectures when he said it. Any such attempt will be doomed to failure because the missing ingredient in Star Trek is not in the scripts, it's not on what's on screen, it's in the audience. There is an intelligent life form on the other side of that television tube, and they know crap when they see it. Strange New Worlds, the only hope I have for that is it will suck less. And Prodigy, after going a few rounds on Twitter, yes, I'm back on Twitter somehow, with some other producers, they don't see no difference between a Tellarite and a Talaxian. Trying to point out their character, Jankum, he's clearly a Talaxian, which makes sense. Talaxian is a Delta Quadrant race. He looks like a short, squat version of Neelix. But they he's a Tellarite. You really want to go down this road, guys? Can you hear the tone of my voice? You think it's going to be any pleasant when they actually hits the air and you call him a Tellarite with no good explanation? A juvenile Tellarite in the Delta Quadrant. They are walking in a buzzsaw. So my hopes for Prodigy have dropped considerably. Unless they address this issue really quick. No, we got problems on that front. Lower Decks is the sole thing we got right now that can be called, representing Star Trek. And it's a half-hour sitcom about a merchant marine ship way down the line. These guys aren't even regular Starfleet. You can tell by the uniforms. But at least they don't contradict anything. They're not messing with the timeline or anything like that. They're just having crazy adventures on the thing, delivering pizzas. Right now, the only hope is this thing completely crashes and burns. Sherry's Redstone's able to clean house and get rid of this idiot who renewed the contract. They've been trying to get rid of Kurtzman for years, and this moron renews the contract. So yeah, I'll continue to check this stuff out. It's part of the mission thing of this statement to keep an eye on this crap. The whole reason I chose a screen name, I need to hold them to the fire. No, this is what it's about, guys. So that I'll be posting links down below shortly, but to PayPal, Patreon. We are still in deep crap here right now. We're able to bail out for about a week, but we need some help, and we need it bad. And as much as I appreciate that super sticker and even super chats, that only goes towards the next paycheck on YouTube, and that's not until the 21st. We need to be able to make it through to the end of this month somehow. So if you can, throw some money in, mainly at PayPal because we need faster and hopefully nobody's taking a cut. And for sustainability, look at the Patreon there. It used to be halfway decent. Now it's like down to 2 people. I'm getting $5 a month. So we need to build this back up, guys. And now more than ever, frankly, Star Trek is going crap, and I'm being left behind by everybody else here. So we need to start getting this thing going and fast. So I said links will be posted down below for those coming in later. And if those right now, they can look at one of my other videos. Links are on there too. So with that, we'll talk at you later, guys. Yeah.